This is how to unpack and assemble your DirtKing scooter ready for use. Remove the top polystyrene carton. Remove the cover over it. Lift the scooter out of the box. Take out other items out of the box, such as the wheel and the seat. Always keep the original packaging, just in case there was a problem and you had to return it. First job, there's two cable ties holding the handlebars to the steering column. You can cut through these. Remove the two plastic bags, one over the steering column and one over the handlebars. Just lay the handlebars gently down. Okay, our first task is going to be putting the wheel in place. Now notice the way it's assembled. This is the way that it goes back in. The bolt goes that way and the spacers are in the correct orientation and need to be kept. So what you do, take off the nut, place it down, take off the larger spacer which goes on this left hand side. Then you can pull the bolt back so that it's level with the small spacer, and note that the brake disc fits in between the brake pads on this side, so slide it in between the brake pads and then you can just insert the bolt . You can just insert the bolt through, push it through to the other side of the wheel. Place on the larger spacer, that has to fit between the frame. And the bolt can be pushed right through. Then put the nut back on. There is a toolkit supplied with the scooter with the right Allen wrench and the right spanner. But you must make sure that these bolts are securely tightened. I'm going to support that Allen head with that, and I'm really going to tighten this nut down to make sure that it's really tight. Don't leave it loose. Okay, that's the front wheel in place. The next job, we can lift up now the handlebars into the correct position. And you do that by pressing down on this lever and pulling forward. And then before you go all the way, make sure that your foot is underneath the scooter or underneath the back wheel to stop it going forward. Such as so. You'll feel it click into place. Then the stand on the scooter can be brought down as such. Now the first job is to fit the handlebars. In the box you'll see a bracket with 4 screws. What we can do is just place this bracket over there with the screws facing up, and using the Allen key provided, you'll tighten this firmly into place and just stand over it and align it with the front wheel. And securely tighten these screws up. Make sure there's one on either side. Make sure that they're really nipped up. You can't afford to have them come loose. As such. Then we can take the top cover off. And mount the handlebars in place. Make sure the handlebars are the right way round. And there's a hole underneath which locates on a pin in the bracket. Make sure that the pin goes into that hole. Then the cover can be replaced. And the 4 screws put back in. purpose of this video, I'm just going to tighten the one screw down to hold it in place, but ensure that you tighten all four fully down. And the next job is to mount the front headlight. The headlight is here. It may, under certain circumstances, be attached already to the cables, but what you do is undo the nut on this bracket, place the headlamp over the screw, replace the nut and securely tighten, and again with the tools provided. I'm just going to nip that up for now. And we can remove the keys. They're just kind of linked into that cable tie at the moment. Push them in, don't go switching on at the moment. Then we connect the headlight. Again, you'll see a radius in the male connector and a matching radius in the female. Make sure you line the two radii up, and then just it will easily push together. There's also connectors on the handlebars. In certain circumstances these may be disconnected, and you would do the same, right hand side to right hand side, left hand side to left hand side, and make sure again that they're pushed together. That's the front end done. The next job was to connect the battery, and this has to be done before you assemble the seat. The battery is located underneath the footboard there. The correct fuse you will find in the package. For this particular one, it's a 40 amp fuse. What I really recommend before putting the fuse in is to disconnect this connector. You press down on that button and pull it apart. Then mount the fuse into place. Make sure it's located in the correct position before you push it down, or you could actually damage it. And press fully down, put the cover back on. Then you can reconnect the connector. It is quite normal to get a small popping sound or even a tiny spark when you connect this, even though the scooter's not yet switched on. Okay, then you can tuck the connector down the side of the battery, same with the fuse holder, to ensure that it's not getting damaged. Tucks down nicely there. Then the footboard can be brought down. That's that job done. Now we're going to assemble the seat. You'll see the assembly here. Seat post complete with a rear light and reflector. That just comes off, that's just mounted on for now. This fits on this way. The connector comes out the front. You put the seat post in and push it fully home, and then using the pin provided, you put through that bottom hole to secure the seat into place. Okay. Then the connector, just make sure it's pulled down fully, will wrap round and connect into that male connector. Again, you have to have the radii lined up. Once you do that, it will just go together very easily. And that's the power to your light. This is a quick connect, so just kind of tighten it up, and then you snap that over so that it's secure. Then we assemble the seat. Okay. Like so. Now I'm just going to push it on for now. Then obviously you're using the wrench spanners applied. You tighten the seat nut from either side underneath until it's securely in place. The height of the seat can be adjusted by undoing that clamp and raising it up and down. You'll now find that your scooter is ready to go. If you turn it on, you'll see the three lights showing a full battery condition, and that scooter is ready to go.